What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Good afternoon to everyone. You're here live with me, the credit doctor, Casacello James, on the live credit show. So, welcome to everyone on tonight. Tonight is the night that we're going to have a real informative discussion concerning credit and how it works. So, if you have not shared the video or you want to share the video, I really will appreciate it if you would do it at this time. But hopefully everybody's had a productive day. What's going on, Miss Powell? How's it going? So welcome to everybody. It's going to be a great show. I want to talk. This show is all about credit. This show, Sheila, what's going on? Hello, ma'am. How's it going? So this show is all about credit. It's all about different things that we need to know to improve credit. Maybe you have some questions on tonight. I want to take some questions on tonight. There go Arlena. All right. What's going on? The credit doctor is in the house. What's going on, sis? So tonight is going to be really informative. Arlena, also send me your email, text me your email address, and then I can bring you live. All right. What's going on? I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess Blanchett. I think that's correct. So thank you so much for joining. Welcome. I'm going to spell the last name, Devereaux. All right. I don't want to mess it up. All right. All is well. Shasta's in the house. I know you happy. You got some good news today. So I know you're happy. Welcome. So everybody's coming in. And so it's going to be a really very intelligent, informative, the Golden Girls. Wonderful. Yes. Wonderful. Welcome to everybody. Text somebody, share this video, share it. Sometimes I forget to say that. But also you want to share this, tag a friend, let them know that, hey, the live credit show is on right now. If you have credit questions, I have at least 5 questions that people have been asking me in the last 6 months. So we're going to cover some of them as well on tonight. But if you have a question and you want that answered on tonight, please don't hesitate to do that. And we'll get your credit question answered on tonight. All right. So I want to go right into it. But before I go into it, I'm going to make an announcement. The topic on tonight is teach me how to fix my credit. That's the topic I wanted to talk about tonight, which is the title of my book. Teach me how to fix my credit is everything. So you will know what's going on with your own credit. Teach me how to fix my credit. You want to make sure that you understand what's going on with your credit. Teach me how means that you will know how to do it yourself. And then when you need some help, that's when you call the doctor. All right. So anybody know anything about hospitals? And when you get sick, you go there. You don't go to just hang out. It's not Barnes and Noble, and it's not, the coffee shop or anything of that nature. You only go to the hospital really if you work there or if you are sick. All right. So that's what it's all about. What's going on? Good evening to everyone. Good evening, Linda. What's going on, Linda? Yes. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday to you, Mr. Lamar. All right. Thank you, everybody that's joining me. This is your first time with the first time, viewing the credit show, or maybe this isn't your first time and you join me all the time. So thank you so much. There's a lot of people that do go back and watch the videos and watch the show, that I absolutely don't know. But thank you so much for all your support. So don't say I didn't say thank you, because I'm that type of individual. It's always great. I'm grateful, and it's always good to say thank you. But the announcement before I get into the show is I won't be coming on every Tuesday anymore. I'm going to switch it up just to get a different flavor. I'm going to switch it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on at random. It might be on a Tuesday. It might be on a Thursday. It might be on a Friday. It might be on. I want to do some Saturdays, some early Saturdays. And I want to do some late Sundays. And I want to do something at midnight. So I'm going to shake it up. So it won't be, this is going to be the official last Tuesday, every Tuesday. I'm not going to do it every Tuesday anymore, but I'm not canceling the show. The show will still go on, but I'm going to be popping on sometimes again on a Thursday, Friday. I want to do a 12 o'clock midnight show where we're just discussing, you know, if you don't have anything to do, we're going to discuss, because sometimes when your bills are overwhelming and things get really, you know, heavy in your life, you need some answers. You need some answers. So especially if it's late in the midnight hour. All right. What's going on? What's going on, Sean? What's going on? Oh, Lord, we got Mr. Robert in the house. What's going on, Robert? All right. Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. Feel free. All right, feel free. The number never changes. Somebody asked me the other day, you still helping out with credit? I'm not helping out. I'm a businessman. I'm still doing credit. I do personal credit as well as business credit. I do personal credit as well as business credit. All right. And so both of them, we need some education. Things change on a regular basis. Certainly the stuff was really tight before we even found out about Corona, you know, hitting the nation. But most certainly, you know, we need that type of information of what to do, how to survive, you know, while the COVID-19 is going on, how to survive, you know, while bad things are still happening. Maybe you might be 3 or 4 months behind on your rent. And what I say to that, the Lord is still a way maker. He still will make a way out of no way. All right. So you got to, you know, just make sure that you keep a positive mindset, because I know things get hard. So that's what I want to do. I'm excited about, you know, one night I'm going to pop on at 12 midnight, like an info commercial or something like that. And so I want to do a 12 midnight. And in order to do some of the changes that I'm going to do before 2020 is out, there's a lot of changes that I'm going to be doing for 2021, but I won't be coming on live every Tuesday. You're gonna have to stay alert. So this means all of you that have not hit that notification bell, you need to hit the notification bell. And if you have not subscribed up on my YouTube, I suggest it's real simple. Just go and type in Exceptional Credit Repair LLC and just hit subscribe, of course, and then hit the notification bell. All right. So, okay, because I'm going to tag you in, Arlena. Let me see. All right. I'm just getting it so I can tag her in. But anyway, she's going to join me. We're going to discuss in a few minutes. All right, Brandon Nelson, I believe that Brian Nelson. I'm sorry. You still got glasses, can't see. So what's going on, Mr. Nelson? Thank you for joining me. All right, Lena, let me see. Can I get you in? Let me see. Okay, can everybody see me? Can everybody still see me? All right, all right. So I just wanted to sign Arlena in. All right. So at the end of the day, welcome to everybody. What's going on, Mr. John? All right. What's going on, Lisa? What's going on? What's going on? So it's not going to be every Tuesday night. It's not going to be every Tuesday night, but I'm going to come on sporadically. And it's going to be okay. Good. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. I want to make sure everybody can still see me. All right. So at the end of the day, it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to be coming on periodically, but I'll go into some of that a little later at the end of the show. But let's talk about Teach Me How to Fix My Credit. There are some issues going on with a lot of people around the country, and some of them are doing horrible at it. They feel like if they add a trade line, some people have heard of trade line and authorized users, and they feel like, I see you, I got you there. They feel like, I'm gonna bring you in a minute, sis, in a minute. They feel like if they add a trade line, you know, everything is going to be better. But if you still have major issues with your credit, a trade line is not going to help you. You cannot build a house if the foundation is solid. That is common sense. All right. So you need to build the house on a sure foundation. Now, the thing that is messing people up is, and this is what I hear all the time, they want something very quick and they want it very easy. Let me tell you, boo, if I could give it to you very quick and very easy, I would have so much money, it would make your head spin. But it doesn't work that way. It's not a quick process. Whoever has told you that lie, I'm telling you right now, it is a lie. Credit restoration takes time, even for the quickest I've ever seen it. Yes, I've seen it come off overnight, but at least you're going to need at least 30 days. Maybe yours is going to be 3 months, maybe it's going to be 6 months, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of people have a distorted or misconception about the timing of credit restoration. That means fixing your credit, whether you have bankruptcies, late payments, repossessions, closed accounts, which I'm going to touch on that because most people feel if it's closed and even if it's zeroed out, they think they're okay, but it still can be problematic. And even if you have child support, they're still trying to put that up there. All right. So credit restoration takes time. But if you have trade lines and you are trying to put the trade lines up there to boost your score really quick, yes, it will go up a few points, but it still doesn't mean that you are approved. What's going on, Pastor? What's going on? Thank you for joining me. All right. I'm going to bring my sister in so we can have this conversation. Miss Arlena Edmond, the show enough. All right. Sis, you there? You there? Sis, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know if she can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm talking about, it's not a quick fix. Well, first, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Hello. How are you?
I sound like whatever that boy name is, Chris Tucker. Can you hear me? Can you hear the radio?
I can hear you.
Well, you look wonderful in your pink, honey, pink and black and silver. We got it going on. It looks wonderful. You look wonderful. So, but I was discussing about, give me your perspective, because you've been through my program. We're still doing things. You're building the business. You're a businesswoman, entrepreneur, philanthropist. You just everything. Mother, your coach. You're a mother to other kids, that you didn't physically birth, but they're like your kids. And, so how do you feel about just seeing, even though we know the COVID is going on, but even pre-COVID, before the COVID, how do you feel about when people try to rush the process? Because that's what our topic is tonight. Teach me so I can learn. Teach me how to fix my credit. So how do you feel about people trying to rush the process?
First of all, this is my pleasure. I'm Arlena Edmonds with Girl. What are you
talking about?
So I'm talking about it. It's always a pleasure to be on my brother's show.
Yeah,
I love it. Normally when I get on here, I talk about him anyway because he has actually did a transformation for my life, and I'm very transparent with that. And anybody that I speak to, I tell them the same thing. When you're talking about teach me how to fix my credit, teaching come with a process.
Yes,
teaching is a step by step. Let me say it again. Yes. And that's on anything that we do.
Yes.
So number one, if you use his service, the first thing you should do is purchase the book.
Absolutely.
Just like we have the Bible and we study and we go back and we look, that's what you do when you have anybody's service. It's called reference.
Yes.
It's called reference. You use it as a reference. I can't say it enough because sometimes what we do is that we get things done, then we have slide by, we slip, we fall, and then we have to get back up. Right. And so I'm one of those person that can honestly say that when he tells you what to do and tell you the steps and what you need to do it. When you talk to anybody, not just him, anybody say, oh, I can fix your credit. I can add all this stuff. They can give you the world.
Yes.
I promise you the world. Be careful for that because first of all, You need to think about how long did it take you to
mess
mess
up.
up that credit.
Absolutely.
So whatever length of time it took to mess up the credit, you
Right.
want to come back in 45 days and fix the credit up.
Absolutely.
You want to bewitch.
Right.
You
Right.
want to be a genie. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't happen. It is a process. It's a step. So, brother, it is my pleasure always to get on here to be honest with people
Right.
that what you have to do is number one is that you have to take the step necessary coming
Right.
from A to Z.
Okay.
And if
Right.
you're coming in there wanting a quick fix,
Correct.
everything that's quick and fast, it doesn't last. Remember that.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Everything that comes fast, it doesn't last because there is a step.
It
This
is.
world that we're in, there's a
Mhm.
process, there's a step.
It
And
is.
so I say to all of you, and I say it if he wasn't here and anybody I know and they speak to me, I'll tell them as soon as I finish with the conversation, I say I have somebody that I can recommend to you. Because
Correct.
first of all, when I recommend the individual to you, it's my word.
That's right.
My word.
That's
It's
right.
my word.
That's right.
So if there is credit issue, and this is October, I'm advising you. I'm advising you, and I'm making a recommendation. And he
Yes.
has no idea that I'm even saying this. You
Absolutely.
need to go ahead, whether you use him or whatever,
Yes.
start the process. And one thing you're never ever going to hear from him, he's never ever going to down another credit company. Not at all.
No.
But there is a book that
Yes.
says, teach me how
Yes.
to fix my
Fix
credit.
my credit.
I
Yes.
need you to purchase that book
Right.
on Amazon.
Yes.
When he get on the show and he talk about his business, we need to understand business come with support.
That's right. That's
Not
right.
just to shake your head. Oh, you did such a great job. Oh, you did a dynamic job. We know that, and
Right.
we appreciate that. But what we need you to do,
Right.
you're trying to better yourself, follow the process.
That's it.
Follow the process. And
That's
in the midst of that, I can't miss for saying this. If you see my cute haircut,
Yes. Yes.
the
Yes.
print
Yes.
look, teach me how to do my credit. The master barber that's right there is
That's
the
me.
individual that
Yeah.
did my hair as well. He's also a barber and a hairstylist. But anyway, we're talking about credit right now. You got all this contact information. I want to say to you, thank you. And I'm glad that we're now going back because I did. I fell in a hole. I got excited. I did what he said not to do. Stop applying for them little silly small credit cards that's going to mess up,
Yes.
mess up,
Yes.
mess up.
And let's say, not to interrupt you real quick, but I want to piggyback off of that. The small credit cards, I've been saying for years, if you wait it out, you know why a lot of people apply for the Capital Ones and some of the other companies that give you 250 and 300 is because it's something instant that they can do right then. And the purpose of those cards, when you get a $200 or $300 credit limit, the purpose for those cards is to build credit. That is not for you to go wild and think you're a big ball and shot caller. The purpose for those cards, that's why the interest rate is what it is. And a lot of times it's 24% or even higher. Some will even go to 28%. But in order to beat that system, you have to know how to maneuver in the credit game. Because if you don't maneuver right, you're going to be in a worse situation than you were before you got it fixed. And the thing that I've said to somebody last week, it is tragic. It is catastrophic when you get all the way to the 12th grade and then you decide to drop out, or you start messing up, or you don't go to school and you made it to the 12th grade and then you just blow it, or you made it to college and then you got all of this free money and all of this free tuition and you decide to go partying all night and just mess up. That is not a good move, and it's not good wisdom. And so I get it that this is not P-Valley. Remember when we were talking about P-Valley? This is not the strip club type of show. So sometimes a lot of people don't find this interesting until they hear the word no, or you did not get approved. Because my phone rings off the hook when they can't get the house, when they can't get the car, when your husband when your husband done snuck and did your social behind your back, or the wife, because a lot of times it's the women. Sometimes, you know, they calculate and do the stuff for the men. And so when you find out that the answer is no, and you can't move into that new apartment or a new, you know, because some people don't want a home. Some people, they like leasing and they don't want to cut no grass. So whatever floats your boat. But the process is very, very important, because a lot of people keep promising them on these social media platforms. They're over promising and under delivering. And so,
let me ask you a question. Explain to people, because our friend and I had a conversation today, that how your credit scores drop so quick. The points they take off, the points you can have an increase, and all of a sudden you look at your Credit Karma, and for one of those small little credit cards, your points drop tremendously, very high.
Yes. And that's something that blows people's mind. That's an excellent question. The reason why, and it's very, very easy and very simple. If you have $300 and your reporting date is on the 12th, of every month, but your payment date is on the 8th of every month. Even if you pay the little $25 and you have a balance of $280. So let's just say your payment is due. You've never made a late payment, but your payment is due on the 8th, and you have a balance of $280. Most people feel like, because I didn't pay it late, they feel like they're okay. You're not okay, because it's a big B word that people are messing up. And it's called balances, 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 balances. So even though your balance is saying 280, your credit limit is only 300, boo. You see what I'm saying? It's 300, and you only have $20 available in your in your available credit. So the system, not Casa Cello or exceptional credit, the system deems that as a high risk. The system says it like this. I'm gonna put it in our terminology. I'm not giving you no more credit. I'm not allowing you to spend. Some business will shut that card off until you make your payment. Is because they're afraid that you're going to keep going over, or you're going to max that card out and they're never going to get their money back. The company wants their money back. And so once you have a $300 and then you have a $280 payment, I'll give you this. Let's just say you pay $30. The minimum payment is $25 or $20, but you pay $30. So you feel like you're okay. But on the 12th, when they report that $250 out of that $300, it is still bad. Okay. Because you have to look at it like a seesaw. You have more deficit than positive. You got the balance is high, so that means your score is going to go down. Okay, I'm holding the pen. So if your balances are low, then your score goes up. Okay. So if you have high balances, your score goes down. You have low balances, your score goes up. Okay. And most people, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I love what you just said, because most people, I had a call today and they were saying, I've been paying Lexington Law for 8 months. Well, you chose to pay them. And you paid them $800 when you only could have paid me $300. Okay. Okay, I got you. For the real deal. And so here's the deal. I don't feel sorry for them. It's because those are the people that do not want it done right. You know what those people are? Abusers of the system, because they know that they did steal the credit card. The same people that tried, I only can go by their word legally, but the same people that say that credit card ain't mine. And they got 3 or 4. And they got 3 or 4 credit cards in their name. You know it is. It is. And then number one, let's tell the truth, because these people will lie to you. I know y'all don't like it, but shame on you. They will lie to you in a minute. And so the reason why you get mad at Lexington Law, or you'll get mad at an excellent company like me, is because you have not done your part. You have to do your part. If your balances are high, your score goes down. If your balances are low, your score goes up. One of them are going to stay up. They can't both stay up at the same time. Never. If you have high balances, your score is going down. Now watch this. They'll tell me, I paid off my credit cards. You don't know. I paid my stuff. But I say, but you didn't pay them student loans. That 8,000, that 10,000, that 12,000, that 6,000. They said, don't go down now. Yeah. They come out like Rocky Balboa because they think that little Capital One card for $300, they think they're doing something. And see, here's the thing, you P-Valley peoples. Here's the thing. You need somebody like me, as the lady said on the Jefferson, tell it like it T.I. is.
Tell it like it is. Boy, what are you talking about?
Wait a minute. Let me see. We got some comments here. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, they talking tonight. Exactly. You got to follow the process. If you don't follow the process, excellent. If you don't follow the process, you're gonna miss it. And I would say something else, just to add a little more to what your question was. A lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of people need a better job. Ooh, they need a better job. I have worked 4 jobs before. I don't like to, but I did what I had to do. A lot of people don't know. I worked at Domino's Pizzas in my 20s. Yes, I did. I was flipping pizza so bad till Lenny told me, go to the office. You messing up the orders and everything. But I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
They don't like to pay their bills. I'm not talking about you that do, because I'm one of them that do. We do. But for the most part, you need a better job. You need to follow the system. That's why I strategically picked this topic tonight. Teach me. If you get it for yourself, I can't come to, now I know how to fry chicken. God knows in heaven I can fry it like nobody. Oh, I can fry it right now. But I can't fry chicken at your house every day. But I will teach you. I'll teach you. And then hopefully you will continue with the regimen. But if you don't, that's not my fault.
Exactly. And then with that said, that's one of the purpose of, I can't say it enough and I'm saying it again, is that sometime, and I don't care who it is, as a consultant, you can't always reach your boss. Follow me in what I'm saying. You can't always reach your boss. You can't always reach your teacher. You can't always reach your counselor. But if you have a point of reference to use,
yes,
guess what? And so I say that sometimes what we do, when we were doing the thing about Black Lives Matter, every lives matter. And I'm that girl that talk about it all the time.
Me too.
Working several different jobs, certain different gigs.
What's up, Jason?
But what I'm saying to you is that if you can't reach the person to get the answer, then what you do is turn around and get the book to get the answer for what the person that put it in the book, so when you cannot reach him. So this is what we'll say. Well, I paid him to do it. Correct. You paid him. That's not a salary for a year.
No.
That is a process to help you get off your butt and on your feet. Now you can walk and you run. So now, if you need a walker, let's get the book. Let's get the book, so when I need to go back and read and see exactly if I cannot reach him when I want to reach him, because this is what we normally do. When we pay that money that just said $300, we now think we have ownership. No. What we have to do, I'm saying this as myself as well, you have to help yourself.
Correct.
You got to help yourself. But because we don't help ourselves as a race, we're not going to get help. And so we have other people there to help us. What we have to do is come together as a group to see, because this credit thing is no joke.
It's not. And it changes all the time.
I said to him, I say it all the time, credit is a form of slavery.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I'm going to keep you down. But if you go back, and I'm from South Carolina, and I was raised by the best aunt and uncle, and I remember them saying this to me. They would buy something from Mr. Barry Furniture Store, but on Saturday, they were going to pay Mr. Barry.
Yes, they was, because their word.
Exactly. So a lot of time, if we had followed the process of our parents, then we would not, Arlena as well, would not be in the place because I'm from a small little town.
Mm-hmm.
But she made sure if they bought anything from Mr. Barry on Saturday, they were going to pay Mr. We got to pay Mr. Barry.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. Their word meant everything. And so the same thing with us now, even in growing up and raising our kids, that we must follow the process.
Yes.
And I tell you, more and more, just working with them has helped me to when I fall down, because I'm not perfect. I'm very transparent, that I'm now trying to get back up. I want to get to that point when they say, "Ooh, that number's in the 800."
Yeah.
Wow, I'm excited. Is it going to happen? Yes. Why is it going to happen? Because I'm going to follow the process.
That's right.
And that means exactly what he said earlier. Even if I had to pick up another little piece of a time, then I'm going to do what I need to make sure. And that's what we have to do.
It is.
There's no joke. This credit thing is so important, people. We must invest in ourselves. So if we have people, every of us have our own talent, our own gift. And if the gift is Master Credit Costello James as your resource, let's use it. Let's make it happen. But I'm going to tell you what he's not going to do. He's going to follow the rules and he's going to be truthful. So if you're looking for a scam to help put your scores up, you need to go ahead and leave the meeting.
Immediately. And let me say this. Absolutely. And while you was talking, the thing that kept coming to me is credit counseling. And that's what a lot of people need. It is not wrong. You African-American Black folks, stop thinking something is wrong because you go to counseling. Some of y'all need to go to counseling. You need to go to you need two things. You need the Lord and a counselor. All right. You need the Lord and the counselor, because some of you are dead set on your old ideology, the generational way of you've been thinking, that it is absolutely wrong. This particular system changes on a regular basis from year to year. They came out with FICO 8. They came out with FICO 9. Now they're trying to introduce other FICO 10. And they have a corporate side with FICO, and then they have a consumer side. And so we need credit counseling. And so Ashley has an excellent question. She said, does it help if you pay the card off in full, or is it better to make payments on the card if the account is closed? If the account is closed, let's just say if the account was open, it is better to pay it off. I'm an advocate about paying it off. That's my thing. You need to pay it off so you can get the maximum points for that credit card. Now, if you leave a little $10 or $20, it's depending on your credit limit, but balances are not your friend. If your credit limit is $300, you need to keep that with a zero balance or no less than $20 as a balance on your credit card. Now, this is the thing that Arlena was talking about, Sis was talking about. I'm pushing for all of my customers to get 5,000, 10,000. You don't have this problem that much unless you max the card out, because some people, the more money they get, they max it all out. But you have to understand how the system works. So if you get $5,000 and you go and you buy something for $200 or $300, that's not going to it's not going to break your credit limit. And it's not going to break your utilization. That means the amount that you're spending out of what you've been given, what you've been allotted. You've been allotted $5,000. $100 is not going to break that. So if it is closed, Ashley, you've already, number one, lost points. Anytime you close an account, you lose points. So how do you get that back? If your closed account, and I have this in my notes, so you write on it. With a closed account, it is better to keep it with a goose egg, zero. You don't want to have no balances on it, none, zip, nada. Because if you carry a balance, the system is hitting you double time. It's getting you because it's in a negative category as closed, and then it's hitting you because you have a balance. So if any of you that have, you need to go through your credit report tonight, whatever credit monitoring site you have, whether it's Experian, TransUnion, whether it's Credit Karma, whatever you have, and look at those accounts that are closed. And let me go far as to say this. Even if you lose a credit card and they close the old card that you had for 2 years, you lose all that history. You have to go and fight to get that history back with that company.
Okay.
Excuse me. What they do is they give you another card, but it has a brand new number, correct? Correct. It does. It has a brand new number because you lost the old one. So the system looks at that as a brand new account. So instead of you having a 2-year history, you go back to day one, which is not good because a lot of people don't realize this. It's many facets. It's many pieces to the puzzle. And one piece is called credit age. And since people lose that because, watch this, they say, can you do a credit sweep? I don't like to talk about credit sweeps because most people want you to clean up everything and fix their credit as far as get all the negative stuff up that's on my credit off. But if you take everything off and there's no positive, the system is still as negative. You have to build. I teach my clients, not only do I remove the negative, but I help you build. That's one of the major things that I do in my credit process. And as I said to a young man today, I don't use the same template letter for all my customers. It's not the same letter. All right. So you go. That's why I have 3 letters in my books. It's 3 stages. You can mix those letters up. Maybe you need letter 2 again. Maybe you need letter 1 again. Maybe you need letter 3 again. Maybe you need to mix 2, 3, and 1 together. Make goulash out of it, a goulash letter.
So Ashley asked the question, does it help if you pay the card off in full, or it's better to make payments on the card if the card is closed?
Yes, it's better to pay it off. Pay it off. Point blank, period. Pay it off. It's better to pay it off.
Have a zero balance.
Yeah, because remember, this is what frustrates me. And I know people are human. Some people get it. They're not getting what I'm saying. Balances are not good. Now, I'm going to take a minute. You can think about whatever you want to think about me because I'm a classy, wealthy, specified young man. I don't carry balances on my credit card. Well, I ain't got money like you. Well, you need to go get you some. I'm sorry. You need to work like I did. I have picked blueberries. I worked in fast food restaurants. I've done what I got to do to sit my old butt in this seat. I knew in the 20s, yes, having fun and drop it like it's hot, but I knew my knees was going to hurt one day. I knew that I didn't want to get up and go to work like I sometimes don't want to. So you got to fix today so you can live tomorrow. You're going to have to fix today so you can live tomorrow. Because one day, boo, your hip going to hurt.
Don't leave the knees out.
Your knees, everybody over 40 and over 50, y'all need to be hollering back at me. What? Somebody say, help us, Lord. Because I'm telling you, true. You don't feel like going to work every day. We got to hit it tomorrow, 7 days straight. I don't feel like doing that, but I'm doing that to keep my balances zero. If you have a 10,000, somebody said, you better preach. Hey! Ashley, pay them off. I promise you, if it's a 0, you're going to see your score go up because it could be $50. I had a client that did not believe me. And when they saw their score, I said, you have a balance of $1. But it was closed. So the system was saying negative. The minute I got that $1 off, you know what happened? Their score went up because that category is in a bad category. It's just like, okay, if we go to a fancy restaurant and they sit us in the back by the kitchen where the waiters and stuff like that, and we hear the pots and the pans, and then all of a sudden somebody spilled spaghetti on my nice shirt. You already know it's going to be a time.
It's horrible.
We sitting in the wrong spot. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you have negative things on your credit, like you said, you've got to help me help you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Most people have this thing twisted, and I'm not ashamed to say it, but some of the greatest offenders, well, you mean you telling me that white folks don't have problems? Yeah, they have problems, but they sit down and listen. Black folks have a problem because they already have had their, some, not all, because we're not like that, but at the ones that are the offenders of this have made it really, really bad, because I hear all the time they stay with Lexington Law 8 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they stay with them a long time. And then they leave that particular establishment saying that, hey, they didn't really do anything and my stuff didn't move. But when I look at their report, it's a lot of stuff that they should have fixed on their own. And when I look at it, I said, they did remove some stuff. Oh, I didn't see it. They did. They removed some stuff, but the problem was you still went out and kept those credit cards maxed out. And then watch this. Let's just say I put you on one of my credit cards. If I carry a big balance, instead of that credit card helping you, it will hurt you. So
Yes.
it's, and see, I had a daddy that did that. He thought
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, a daddy did that to his daughter, and that was the worst thing he could have did. He was lying, trying to, you know, he had that pretty girl thinking he was all that and some more, and he was lying. He had bad credit, and he said, "I'm gonna put my daughter on to. She don't need to buy no trade lines." Yes, she did. She'd have been better off because the daddy still had bad credit. He swore up and down he had good credit because his score was 640.
Now let me ask you a question. And this will be, to me, what's called financial literacy education. For a 21-year-old, 22, who starting out and don't have no credit. In your book, Teach Me How to Fix My Credit, I was trying to remember where to go at to educate them how to start building credit. So what would you suggest?
The first 3 chapters. The first, matter of fact, the first 5 chapters. The first 5 chapters. Because when you get to the 5th chapter, it's going to talk about that transition when it seems like nothing is happening and you see a little change, but you get frustrated. I start talking about frustration. And then the first 3 chapters, time you open the book, I go right at it. That's why a lot of people love the book. It's straightforward. So I tell you, do this. I suggest, this is what has worked. This is the number. Not only do I tell you what works, I give you proven strategies. And then I already show you in the book where to go. I give you the phone number. I give you the address. I give you the template letter. Everything is in the book. Matter of fact, a smart person would say this: all I got to do is Xerox copy the book and just fill in my name. That's it.
So in other words, this is what you're saying. What's the name of the show we talked about today?
Teach Me How to Fix My
the show we talked about that everybody watched.
Oh, P-Valley. Dropped it.
P-Valley?
I haven't even seen it, but they love.
What's the name of it?
It's called P-Valley.
So I need people to get off of P-Valley, P-Valley, buy the book, P-Valley, making money. Not educating you on nothing, but for your enjoyment. After you have purchased your book, then you sit on your sofa with your book and your paper and your pen, and then you look at P-Valley.
Yes.
So I'm just saying that even as an educator, I'm just saying we have to teach, and I'm hoping my children are on here as well, my adults.
Yeah.
Because parents, that's one of the things I think we need to do a better job at. And the reason why, because they learn by example.
Yes.
So sometimes because we have the struggle, our kids see the struggle. But in the midst of seeing the struggle, not understanding and being educated on what they need to do to build their credit, and not only that, to keep their credit. Right. But not to think because you're walking around with a Black card, a MasterCard, American Express, that makes you the man.
No.
It makes you the financial burden if you do not know how to use and manage Those
Right.
credit cards.
Because credit is not bad. And I love what you just said. You need to teach it to, I used to, when my niece would ride in the car with me, we was thinking of, I got a new credit song coming out in 2021. It's by it's going to be a producer. It's going to be on my new videos and all of that kind of stuff. But I would talk to her about credit. I would talk to her. I would quiz her. We would do scenarios. I said, what if you get 19 years old, or when you become 20 and you become, you go to college and different things of that nature, and somebody wants you to co-sign. So I would do scenarios with her. I said, you see, when I whipped out my card and I paid for this meal, how you was able to get the food and I talked to her like that is because I want her to be self-sufficient, being able to stand on her own 2 feet. And I want to say this too, with you parents, and with the whether it's your best friend or your godson or somebody close to you, be grateful to these people that are helping you and getting you the knowledge. People pay big money. I have to pay. Now I can count, I'm very smart, but I have to pay an accountant to do my taxes. I don't give him a fit. I have to pay somebody, which is called a CPA. I have to pay somebody to keep Casacello's creation, exceptional credit, all my affairs. I pay them to make sure that my books are done right. So I treat them with dignity and respect. Number one, because they're handling my mess. And number two, the reason why I'll let them handle my money is because that company already got a lot of money. So I'm not giving my money to somebody that ain't got no money, number one. So if you think that fixing your own credit, and as Bishop used to say, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would have good credit. So it cannot be easy, point blank, period. It's not easy. And so for me, we're going to take a quick commercial in a minute. But at the end of the day, this is a very aggressive, hard, complicated process. And so what I do is try to simplify things as much as I can. And just because you pay the $300 for 30 days, that don't mean, okay, keep doing it for 6 months, keep on doing it. You got to fix your stuff that you need to fix. And I go over that. And the reason why I get frustrated a lot of times, and rightfully so, is because I'm saying the same redundant thing to the person that made that, when we shook hands and we made that verbal agreement and that contract agreement, you said that you was not going, and I'm going to bring it home. You said that I'm going to do everything we just agreed. So if you get married and now all of a sudden you've been married for 3 weeks, and all of a sudden you walk into Good Publix and you see your new husband kissing on another female with all that good stuff you just gave him, you getting ready to go. Yes, you going on the turkey aisle and get you one of them frozen turkeys. And knock that joke out. You talking about P-Valley. It's going to be General Hospital. You finna send that joke. I know I didn't just get married to you and you done cheated on me like this. That's how I feel. It's because we just made an agreement and all of a sudden you say, I ain't going to spend no more on the credit card. I ain't going to do this no more. And all of a sudden you go do the very thing because your mind hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So let's take a quick commercial. I know they talking now. Oh my God, everybody, they talking now. So we're gonna do a quick commercial and I'll be right back. Well, we're back. This is a wonderful conversation. This is part 2, the second half of the show. We'll get ready to leave you in a few minutes, but listen, Sheila says this, I agree, discipline.
That's it. Discipline. That's it.
And this is the other thing. Please buy the book. I'm telling you, the book, I wrote the book so I could help people. And it has helped people. It really has. People have bought homes, people that per se you know, that wasn't officially my client, but they watched the show and they bought the book when it first came out. It's nothing wrong with buying 3 or 4 copies. Buy as many as you need. Matter of fact, as my Aunt Reen in my Fort Lauderdale, Florida says, Auntie says, everybody that calls you up and asks you to borrow money, give them the book. Give them the book. Because if they get that book, they ain't going to have to ask you anymore to borrow some money. It said, now let me get the Linda says this. How do student loans affect your credit score? Very aggressively. Sometimes it is negative. More times than often, it is negative, because with student loans, you either have a huge amount or many minimum amounts, like 8,000, everything that's under 10,000. But if you have 5 student loans and all of them are $10,000, that's $50,000. And it's very problematic when you get ready to buy a house, because that will be calculated in your debt ratio. So debt, here it is again, debt is not good. And then a lot of times most people don't realize they'll put them in forbearance. They'll put them in, you know, they'll have them on hold, if you will, or they'll consolidate them and think that it's okay, but it's really not okay with those student loans. So those student loans, you have to be very careful with. All right, sis. Now, I want to talk about this right here. Somebody said the have and the have not. So at the end of the day, oh, good. She said she's going to purchase it on tonight. You got some background noise, sis. I can hear background noise. Background, whatever that background noise is. I got you. You're a mess. So at the end of the day, here's the thing that I want to say too. Most people feel like the late payments are not something that will continue to affect your credit score, but it does. If you have late payments up there, it will continue to affect your credit score. It really will. All right. So you have to make sure that you get a handle. And I'm a fan of removing it. I'm a fan of removing it. All right. But bankruptcies, late payments, repossessions, closed accounts, like we talked about earlier, you need to make sure that you get all of that handled. Now, here's the thing. You can't beat it. It is $300. That is just for 30 days. And then it's $175. So it's $300. You can call me. We'll discuss the details. I can't discuss everything here because time won't permit. But you can just call me at 786-213-1087. We can discuss the details. Anybody have any other questions? Anybody have any other questions? Oh, there go testimony. The book has been a blessing for me, along with the help of the credit doctor. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I like what Lisa said, the have and the have nots. I want to be the have, because the Bible even say you have not because you ask not.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. So I would say to anybody, you know, get it together. Number one, get that job that will sustain you so you can pay your bills. Number two, get the education, which is the book or the service, or both, you know, so you will understand how credit works. I think somebody said FICO 10. FICO 10 is something new that they're going to be introducing. I hope to God that they don't, I hope they don't go through, they thought FICO 9 was going to be the bomb. But a lot of the lenders, like for instance, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, the car dealership, all these finance companies, they have to make sure, unless the law mandates them to pick up that scoring system, but normally they don't, because some of them are still on FICO 8. They might use FICO 2. They might use FICO 5, whatever they want to use. All right. But FICO 10 is supposed to go back 2 years into your history. That's not good. So FICO 10 is coming out, but, you know, they got a lot of stuff in that particular scope of what FICO 10 is going to be. And one of the major things is going back into your history 2 years. Even if you had your credit fixed this year, they can still go back and base a judgment and a decision on what you did 2 years ago. But the past is the past. So I don't like FICO 10. All right. I hope that gives you a little bit insight, Shasta, about that. But I can give you some more information about FICO 10. It hasn't hit nationwide yet, but they're still talking about it. All right.
Okay, before we leave, because since Constance will not be on Tuesday, I would like to make a challenge to everyone that's watching this. And I challenge you to please tell 10 of your friends that you would have invited to a party.
Yes.
Purchase the book.
Yes.
If we're trying to support each other,
yes,
and when someone is doing something good, you have no idea that I was going to even say this.
Yes.
But I challenge everyone to please, because every Tuesday when he comes on here, it is where he's actually planting a seed into someone's life, being a blessing to someone.
Yes.
So let's be a blessing to him, because he's been a blessing to me. And I tell you that, and to my 2 kids as well.
Yes.
So I'm challenging each and every one of you to please tell 10 people to purchase the book. Secondly, he has a new shop that's in Duluth.
Yes.
Please give him a call.
Yes.
Post on your page. Tell everyone he's a wonderful stylist. He's a barber. If you like the Dominican look, if you like and some of the old school girls, come on back to the old school spot.
Yeah.
Where it's very intimate. You think he's good at his credit?
Yes.
He's just as passionate as he is about doing the hair. So, to Costello James, I love you very much. I thank you very much for all that you're doing and helping educating people. And I think that we as a community and as a race, that's what we have to do, is to boost and support and help everyone.
That's Donna.
That's the word. That's right. He's down Peachtree Corner. There's too many of us. A lot of times there are people that don't look like us.
Right.
It's over there in the Goodwill Shopping Center. Come on, let's come on.
Yes.
Come over there. Let's make things happen. And anybody else that you know that look like us, when we said Black Lives Matter, let's start supporting each other.
Yes.
Vote. VOTE.
Oh my God. You need to. We got to get Joe Biden. I am a hard-carrying Democrat. I love Republicans and Democrat. It's called Demo-Repub. I'll tell you, we got to get Joe Biden and Kamala and that's going to happen. Now, this is Donna from the salon today, the lady that was outside.
Yes.
What's up, Donna? I finally found out who you were. I got you. I know you and your husband died laughing. Wonderful. Thank you for watching the show, baby. I appreciate it. Now, listen, I'm not canceling the show. I'm going to have more guests, and I do have my credit commercial that's going to be on. I'm trying to hold off to 2021 so I can come back in January with a whole bunch of new I got a photo shoot and all of that good stuff. But the actual song that I made, I was going to sample a little bit tonight, but I'm going to hold it. It's called Fix My Credit. It's bad. When I tell you the credit, and yours truly is singing the lead. Fix my credit. I'm telling you.
Don't let him start singing.
It's off the hook. When I tell you, it's called Fix My Credit. The guy that produces Wobble With It, whatever that is. He's the producer, John Boy. He's the producer of my song. I walked right into that blessing. I walked right into it. So I'm grateful. I let my little brother hear it, and he was like, "Lord, give down to you."
Okay.
At the end of the day, I will be coming on, so don't freak out, because I know people gonna be texting me, "You ain't gonna do the show no more." No, I'm not stopping the show. I'm just gonna come on at random to keep it spicy and to make sure that people, tune in and make sure that they're getting the alerts and making sure that the information, that you're really taking hold to the information. Because I do want to let you know, I don't make a dime on Tuesday nights. I don't, and that's why the donation app is at the bottom of the screen right now. If you want to donate to the show, these lights and these equipment and all of this stuff, we have to pay for that stuff. But I don't make any money on Tuesday night. I come here because I have a heart to help the people. I've been doing that ever since I was a little boy. I've been speaking ever since I was 11 and 10 years old in church, public places, everywhere. All right. So at the end of the day, if you want to donate to the show, you can certainly just cash app me at the $ Casacello, and you'll see it'll say Credit Doctor. All right. But thank you, Arlena. I appreciate you as usual. You look amazing. You look amazing. Your stylist did a wonderful job.
Wonderful job. Boy, what are you talking about? So start watching me, follow me on Girl, What Are You Talking About?
Yes.
Marlena Edmonds, follow me on Facebook. I'm always on there bringing you some type of information. And girl, what are you
talking about? Listen, the greater is coming. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you for everybody that rocks with me on Tuesday night. We're just going to try some different nights, and I am going to do a show right from my bedroom. You'll be able to see me in bed. We're going to do, now you're going to see nothing too much, but we're going to do a 12 o'clock midnight show one night. I just want to do something at night, just when when you up and you can't sleep. Now this one don't have no problem going to sleep, honey. She'll sleep.
I will be up.
Yeah,
okay.
You'll be knocked out. So at the end of the day, thank you so much to everybody for the support, and join my girl Arlena. She does have her show as well, and I'm gonna sneak over there one day so I can cut up. All right. So just Arlena Edmonds, as the kids say, Miss Edmond, Miss Edmond. So thank you so much. We've enjoyed you all. Be blessed. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Make sure you cover your mouth.
And we're going to post this on my page so you can follow it. And to all of my parents, please be a blessing to your kids. Watch them, help them. And like always, let's get out and vote and tell someone you care about.
Yes, and I'm going to close out with my hair commercial. So if you want to contact me, it's the same business number. All you have to do is just contact me. Here it is at 786-213-1087. So if you contact me, you can make your hair appointment. Guys, haircuts, fades, ladies, shampoo, color, whatever you need. Y'all know the routine. Just call me. But until next time, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time at the live credit show. And girl, what you talking about?
Girl, what are you talking about?
Be blessed. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Let me